What's going on, physique? Trent in the house. Monday, April 15th, 11:21 p.m. Just got back from the gym actually a little while ago. Had a late one tonight. Trained with my little brother Ben. My roommate Timmy Hudgens joined us at the end too for some auxiliary stuff. So we had a pretty solid workout, all things considered. Saw my man Andrew Smith in the gym too. Shout out to Andrew. He's been showing a lot of support lately. We definitely appreciate that. So what I actually want to do right now is start a new series, and it's called I think I'm going to call it Thought Vlogs. And honestly, I've got the inspiration from this from a guy named Ryan Doris, and he is a professional natural bodybuilder, one of the best already at a young age. And he's a definite inspiration for me. Has an awesome head on his shoulders, and just has some really cool thoughts about life, about thinking about how you should approach situations, how you should conduct yourself, and just in general, awesome content. So check out his vlogs. If these vlogs are half as good as those, it'll be awesome. So appreciate Ryan. But what I want to talk about is putting things in perspective. And the past 48 hours for me have done that, and I needed that. And so what happened is I was supposed to have a presentation today. I'm in the landscape architecture program here. I'm a senior at Virginia Tech, and we were supposed to have a pinup today at 1:30 p.m. And so I wanted to do a good job on this pinup. I wanted to crush it, and so I spent a lot of time, as in I stayed up all night, Sunday night, working on my work, finalizing it, getting it ready for today, for this morning. And I'm in there. I came back, hit my breakfast meal, went back to the studio. Packed food, did all that. Get back in there. I'm finishing up. We got an email at 10 a.m. saying presentation's canceled. Our teacher was getting in from New Zealand. Mechanical issues with the flight. Canceled the presentation. So I'm sitting there and I'm honestly just pissed because I feel like it's not fair. I'm frustrated beyond belief. I spent all this time on this and I had what I wanted to have, and it didn't matter anymore suddenly. And so my studio family, a lot of them will tell you straight up that they weren't ready for this presentation. I was, I was ready. I'd put the work in, right? And so I was really frustrated and selfishly frustrated because the extra 2 days is going to allow them to bring their work along further and actually bring a better product, get more critique. So just being an idiot, just being stupid, feeling miserable for a few hours. And it was all self-inflicted. So I came back, I took a nap, turned on the TV, and you guys have probably seen the news. You got all this stuff with the Boston Marathon. And how do you explain something like that? I wish I could. I'm not even going to try to do that. Thoughts and prayers with everyone that was affected. But boom, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, what do you do? What are you doing? What's your mindset? How are you going to dwell on something as silly and insignificant as what happened earlier when you have things like that happening? And it sucks that it sometimes takes an event like that for us to snap back out of that mindset. And I went and looked at some of my China footage. I spent 3 months in Beijing, China, with an internship, and I lived, in a pretty, I guess you could call it, interesting situation there. I'll try to throw some footage in here. What I figured I'd do today actually is just kind of give you a little tour of the apartment, and give you an idea of basically how I've been living the last 2 months. But one of the things you'll notice down here is actually all these 4-liter jugs of water. And one thing is you can't drink the tap water here, so you have to go buy water. This is probably about half a week's worth of water. This is my window, and as you can see, I don't particularly get good airflow here. Yeah, there's no air conditioning. I think this is where the air conditioner used to be, over here. This is where Kenny was, but here's kind of a little look outside this sweet little balcony here. Today's a really nice day, so you can see the blue sky, which is pretty cool actually. That usually doesn't happen, but these are actually a lot of my clothes. I just got done washing clothes. It's a little bit different than back home. We have a porch out here, and we don't go out here very much, and I'll show you why. probably won't have to explain that very much. I thought about attempting to clean this, but then I thought again about that. Here's our massive refrigerator. I can basically only fit a day's worth of food in there, so it's cool now. Everything works fine. It's not a big deal. Here's the microwave, another non-functional refrigerator. And then I'm gonna dangerously hold my laptop out the window here, and you can get a kind of an idea of the view I've got when I'm sitting here cooking my meals. Again, you can actually see pretty far today. I don't know if you can see the mountains in the background, but I think there's 7 of us living here. So the 2 interns upstairs, and then the 5 guys that actually work for the company are downstairs. So there it is. That's the grand tour. You know, having that experience really put things in perspective for me. And we, especially in America, I know some of you guys probably are from Europe or other places, but I just know that we have a really solid quality of life here. And we are really fortunate, you know, the opportunities we have. And we lose sight of that so often. And, you know, when you worry about those insignificant things, you get so bent out of shape. And it's just, what is really the fruit of that, of you getting that bent out of shape about that? You know, you're just putting yourself in a rut. You're, you know, being a awful person to be around. You're not, you know, enjoying your relationships you have with other people. And you're just being selfish. And so, you know, we worry about these insignificant things when in reality we've got, you know, 24 hours a day, 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute to be spending doing things we love to do and being happy and enjoying it. So, you know, I think the takeaway message is, you know, don't dwell on those little daily struggles, the little insignificant things. You know, think big picture. Enjoy your day, you know, with the people that you enjoy being around, doing the things you love to do. And just don't let those little things eat at you and turn you into kind of a negative person. So I hope you guys got something out of this. If you did, definitely share it. You know, spread some word. And I appreciate you tuning in. I really do. And so with that, Prosi Glida. Peace, guys.